Have you seen the latest discussions about doping in triathlon? It's becoming impossible to ignore. Yeah, I've been following it. Pretty disheartening, isn't it? You train your heart out, and then you wonder if you're competing on a level playing field. Exactly. It's like showing up to a gunfight with a knife. The worst part is how it's affecting the sport's integrity. Every exceptional performance now comes with a side of skepticism. I know what you mean. Remember when we used to just celebrate amazing achievements? Now there's always that nagging question in the back of everyone's mind. The thing that really gets me is how it impacts newer athletes. They might feel pressured to make impossible choices just to stay competitive. That's such a good point. It's like being stuck between a rock and a hard place. Either potentially risk your health and ethics, or feel like you're at a disadvantage. I've been thinking, what do you think could actually be done about it? Besides just increased testing, well, I think it needs a multi-pronged approach. Better education for young athletes, stricter penalties, more frequent testing, and maybe most importantly, a cultural shift in how we view performance and success. And there needs to be more support for whistleblowers. It's tough to speak up when your career and relationships in the sport could be on the line. Absolutely. You know what gives me hope, though? More athletes and organizers are starting to speak openly about this. It used to be totally taboo. True. I guess the first step to solving any problem is acknowledging it exists. At least we're finally having these uncomfortable conversations. Right. And maybe that's how change starts. With conversations like this, making it clear that we want a clean sport. Not just for ourselves, but for the next generation of triathletes. Speaking of which, what would you tell a young athlete who's just getting into the sport? I'd tell them that their worth isn't measured by medals or finish times. It's about personal growth, health, and the joy of competing honestly. The moment you compromise that, you've already lost, regardless of where you finish. That's really powerful. Maybe that's the message we need to spread more widely in the triathlon community.